And hello, everyone, and welcome to my latest version of my NFL mock draft. Today is Tuesday, 2 days prior to the round one. As you can see here on my board here, I made some alterations, some updates based on things I heard, just logic in general, evaluating teams' needs. So let me walk you through it. Once it's now, we'll take Joe Burrow, quarterback from LSU. Just makes sense if you think that's your man for the future. Franchise quarterback. It's going to be in your organization 10 to 15 years. You don't mess around. You just take the guy. You don't listen to any trade offers, anything like that. So I think that's the best approach to take. Washington, you could have made a point that they need a lot of needs, so trading down would make sense. But they're going to take the best player that's been evaluated in this draft, and that is Chase Young from Ohio State. Has great bend, good twitch, really dominant last year. Number 3, Detroit Lions will take Jeffrey Okudah, his teammate, the cornerback. Detroit, who was pass defense was subpar last year, also has a pretty Darius Slay, who actually was really good, and and they'll need a cornerback to do so, and Okudah's their man there. Excellent press coverage. At 4, we have a 3-team trade here. Have Jacksonville going up to 4 here and taking their best player, versatile defensive player, and Isaiah Simmons here. This trade consisted of the 4, which originally was the Giants, now you see back at 12, and 9, which is Las Vegas, which originally was at 12 here. 3-team trade that's also going to involve Ngakwe, the outside rusher from Jacksonville, going to the Giants, as well as Jacksonville also getting the 20th pick here, and other picks being thrown around later in the process, like 3rd and 4th round picks. So that's a big shake-up there. At 5, Miami takes Herbert, Ohio from Oregon, the quarterback there. Guy can make every throw out in the field. They think he's a safer pick compared to Tua right now. As well as I think Miami has decided that Herbert's their man, can make every throw out in the field, so that's their guy. 6, the Chargers, they'll take Tristan Wirfs, probably the most athletic offensive lineman, tested really good at the combine. Great punch, great run block and pass block, can play left, can play right tackle. Really good pick. And then Miami, I have Miami trading back up to number 7. They take their quarterback at 5. They take the offensive lineman to protect the new quarterback at 7. That's Andrew Thomas from Georgia, trading with Carolina. Carolina is going to take their number 18th and 26th pick here. Carolina can do so because they're starting a new program with a new head coach who signed just a 7-year contract. So he's going to have a lot of autonomy there. They want to add new talent there. So that makes a lot more sense, building a program from the top up, building their guys. That makes a lot of sense. And for Miami, Thomas makes sense. He's probably the most versatile offensive lineman, most polished, especially playing a high level at SEC in Georgia. That makes a lot of sense there. At 8, I have another trade. Atlanta trading up with Arizona and picking up C.J. Henderson, this cornerback from Florida. Atlanta needing corners. Released a couple in the offseason. So makes a lot of sense there in that defensive scheme there. And then 9, I have Vegas picking up the first wide receiver in this draft. That's CeeDee Lamb. I think they like Lamb a little bit over Judy due to yards after catch and breaking tackles and such, and being just more explosive in general. So that makes a lot of sense there. 10, I have 10, another trade. Denver moving up to Cleveland from 16 to 15 to 10, and they'll get Judy, who they feel is probably all-purpose wide receiver between him and Lamb. It's really a coin flip. You ask 10 people, I think you'll get 5 answers in each way. So Judy will be there at Denver, giving Locke another option at wide receiver. 11, I have the Jets getting Justin Jefferson from LSU. Probably a little bit of reach there, but I feel that the Jets like giving Darnold another option at wide receiver, someone who is silky smooth, can play outside, can play the slot, great route runner, runs fast, like a little under a 4.5. That makes sense. At 12, I have the Giants picking up Jedrick Wills, the offensive tackle out of Alabama. Powerful, strong, great in the run blocking. Can really move people. I think they want to protect Barkley as well as open holes for him, as well as protect Daniel Jones and his progression. So that makes a lot of sense there. San Francisco, they'll take a wide receiver in Henry Ruggs III, just as a burner. Could really help Garoppolo the deep pass, deep balls, and also spreading the defense, helping complementary targets as well. Other receivers, tight ends, will do a really good job, especially maybe helping Kittles get open more. At 14, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they'll take Jones, offensive tackle from Houston. Probably graded out the best the last year or two when it comes to pass blocking and run blocking. Even though he wasn't a major conference in the college football, but shows a good feet, good punch, so that makes a lot of sense there. Cleveland, they'll get Becton from Louisville. A little bit of a stretch there. Becton made some news this week, but failing a drug test here at the combine. A big, massive guy, can't teach size, but the problem with him is his technique's so sloppy. I'm a little worried about how big he is. 360. Those kind of guys tend to break down. When they break down for a long time. So you're a little leery of that. Arizona, who traded back earlier, will take the best defensive tackle, I feel, in Kinlaw from South Carolina. Guy is still very raw, but he's strong. Get to the quarterback. Good on the run. That makes a lot of sense there. 17, I have the Cowboys taking Gladney from TCU. Guy is just good, fluid, good hips, good press, play with some zone. Dallas, who needs corners, just losing Byron Jones to the Dolphins earlier in the offseason. Needs the corners. They don't have a true number one corner there, and I think the corners they do have on the roster will be free agents the following year, so that makes a lot of sense. 18, another run on corners, as you can see here. Carolina getting Fulton. Carolina, who, like I said, is building a program there under Matt Rule, lost Bradbury this offseason to the Giants. So, Fulton makes a lot of sense there. At 19, I got Jaguars on the build again, back-to-back, the first pick of back-to-back. Getting Diggs, the cornerback from Alabama. They need to replace corners. They traded Bayou as well as Ramsey the last year and a half. So they are thin at corner. Diggs their guy there. At 20, I got them drafting Le'Veon Chason from LSU, replacing Ngogwe, who got traded in this draft, my prediction at least is, to the Giants. An edge rusher, Bendy, can really get to the quarterback. Still needs to be developed, and I think with good coaching, he suddenly get to the next level. At 21, I got the Eagles, who I had at wide receiver the last few times, getting a safety in Delpit. I think this makes a lot of sense. Delpit could play slot, could play man, could play good tackle, could play zone, could good in coverage. Tackling's always been an issue with Delpit. I think it's something that could be improved with technique. Very explosive, so that makes a lot of sense there. Minnesota, I got Minnesota at 22, drafting Denzel Mims. The wide receiver of Baylor, great catch radius, really big body guy, could run immediate routes, could run deep, and take the defense off, the roof off the defense. Very versatile. Minnesota, who's trying to replace Diggs, who they traded early in the offseason to Buffalo. So that was a good fit there. At 23, I got Tua going to New England, which would be an absolute steal there. You got to take into consideration the relationship between Belichick and Saban. So Belichick actually probably talked to Saban about his concerns with Tua, his injury status and stuff like that. If Tua can stay healthy, obviously he's one of the best quarterbacks in the draft, a franchise quarterback potentially. And you go from Brady to Tua, which would be a lot, and not having to trade any assets to get there. So slam dunk there. 24, I got Baltimore trading up with New Orleans and getting their quarterback of the defense, which is Patrick Queen. Guy can play great coverage, very versatile, fast, could dissect the defense, can come in and fill holes in the run game, stopping the run. So that makes a lot of sense. 25, Minnesota. Minnesota needing a corner. They released a couple of corners this offseason as well. The guy named Jalen Johnson from Utah. Guy is tall, lengthy, Can play zone, can play man. A really good cornerback in general. I think that's a great fit for him in Minnesota. Carolina picking up Derek Brown from the defensive tackle, who slid all the way to 26 here. Guy is a beast inside, can stop the run, can get to the quarterback some. I think it's a good fit for him in Carolina. 27, Seattle will get Cesar Ruiz, the center guard from Michigan. They need the inside interior blocking for Russell in the run game there, Seattle. Protecting also Russell Wilson, being the quarterback of the offensive line. Ruiz is the top guy there in this draft, and it's a good pick there for Seattle in the late first round. Got New Orleans getting Jalen Reagor, TCU wide receiver. Makes a lot of sense there. New Orleans is a win team now, and compliment Michael Thomas, who's more of a route runner, giving Breeze another target. Someone a little more explosive, someone who can run deeper routes. Makes a lot of sense there. 29, I got Tennessee taking AJ Espinosa, a defensive lineman who could play a little bit D end, a little bit kick into D tackle on third downs. Makes a lot of sense there. Very productive in his college career. Green Bay, I have Green Bay picking up Michael Pittman Jr., a tall receiver from USC, someone who runs actually pretty fluently for a tall receiver. Giving Aaron Rodgers another target there, a big target there. Someone who could do has a good catch radius, could throw the back behind the shoulder pass too, back shoulder pass too. Excuse me there, and makes a lot of sense there. I have Indianapolis trading back into the first round to San Francisco. San Francisco is looking to trade their late first round. That's at least what the rumor is, to gain more picks, because they don't have one currently till like the fourth or something like that, or the fifth. So San Francisco would definitely make this trade if they've got two twos or two in the third combination from Indy, and they'll get Higgins, the wide receiver from Clemson. That makes a lot of sense. Indianapolis is a win team now. When they signed, Philip Rivers, they need another wide receiver to go with T.Y. Hilton, who's getting up there in age, and Higgins is their guy there. And at 32, I got Chicago trading back in the first round with Kansas City. Taking McKinney, the safety from Alabama. Good tackler, could play a little bit of slot too. Coverage is pretty good. Can tackle pretty well. I don't think he's as good as Delpit in coverage, or as versatile as Delpit in coverage, but still very good. He goes to Chicago, who lost Clinton Hicks last year, in this offseason to Dallas. So I think that fits that need there. So that's my first round mock draft. I'd love to get your guys' opinions and feedback in the comment section. I can't wait for the draft coming up this Thursday. At least the first round is, and continuing the rest of the weekend, I should say. So thank you guys again, and be safe out there. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.